All right, guys, we are now out here at Rocky Mount Prep with Rocky Mount Prep first-year head coach Danny Ward. Of course, no stranger to our area. You've been the head coach over at North Edgecombe as well. Coach, what are your early thoughts going into this season for Prep?
Well, we just want to try to continue building like we've been doing, trying to do better than we did last year, and trying to create some excitement about having a few home games this year at the stadium. So it's we're taking it day by day.
Well, great. And of course, no wins in your first season, but 2 wins last year. Obviously, looking to build on that. Who are some of the returning guys that the folks out there can look to see when they come out to see Prep play?
Well, of course, we have Mark Tan back. He was very explosive offensively last year. Ethan Keeter, he's one of our returning linemen. He's worked hard and he's very excited, and of course he's going to be one of the captains. David Webb is another one that's he's going to be a junior this year who has played a couple years. So we're hoping that with Ethan, David, Mark, and Keyshawn Hines, those guys who been it while they was young, can benefit some fruits now from all the work they did.
Well, that would be great. And as we said, you came over, you were formerly at North Edgecombe and had some great success there. What are you hoping that you can bring in from your time there and in your other jobs to help you out here at Prep?
Well, I guess one of the good things, the guys, the players here at Prep, they remember what I did at North Edgecombe, so they were kind of excited about being able to do some of the things that we did at North Edgecombe. Being a small school and kind of competing with some of the more established programs. But we're hoping that we can get our own identity, but get some of the success that some of the area teams and we had at North Edgecombe.
Do you see a lot of the similarities now that you've taken over here between here and North Edgecombe? Obviously, this is a charter school, but still, what you mentioned about the size of it.
Right. The biggest difference I see now, there is no history of football here, so these guys really have nothing to draw on. So we got to establish some history. Okay. So right now they're using other people's history. They're using my history, and using history of their former coach, and of course, programs like Tarboro and North Edgecombe that had success. So we're trying to make our own history here.
Have you noticed any difference just with the difference in the charter school and being able to draw athletes from a much broader range than you would normally at a public school?
There are some difference because they are spread out. They're coming from all over the place, so they're not like from just one community. So I guess there are some good and bad. The good about it, we're getting people from all different directions. The bad is they just come from so many different communities, so we have to build that comradeship with each other. So we're trying to establish that family atmosphere, which they kind of don't have it right now. Okay. They have their friends, but there are so many different communities that we're trying to bring those communities together.
Oh, excellent. As we've been doing here at the rest of our coach interviews, we like to bring 3 games that we're really looking forward to on your schedule. 1 non-conference, 2 conference games, 1 non-conference game that I'm sure we'll be really looking forward to later this year. Actually, let me get your opinion. What would be your non-conference game you'd be most looking forward to?
I've been out for a couple of years, but we definitely want to play well with the school our size. Your Kip Prize, we got Word of God that's in it the first time. I know they played at Rocky Mount Academy last year in the 8-man football. But at the same time, your Lewisburg and your Granville schools, they'll give us some kind of measuring stick. So I don't really have a preference. I don't really have a game that I'm really saying, okay, that's the game, we're going to do this and that, because we're going to try to use these non-conference games to better ourselves, to build towards the conference games and try to hopefully get into the playoff and make some things happen.
And you mentioned Kip Pride, and that was one of your wins last year, so hopefully you'll be able to repeat that again, as well as a couple others this year. And of course, the 2 conference games that our area would be interested in with the other area schools, of course, North Edgecombe and Tarboro. I know those will be 2 tough games, but just do you have any early thoughts on those?
Well, Tarboro, that name speaks for itself, so we know that's going to be a challenge. North Edgecombe, they have an established program. They got a great track program that they pull from as far as the football program. So we know that they're going to have some hard runners, some fast runners, and so we are hoping to be able to at least compete with North Edgecombe since they're about our size, and Tarboro, we'll see.
All right. Well, we know you have a lot of success coming from North Edgecombe, so hopefully you'll be able to bring a little bit of that here to Rocky Mount Prep and really establish some history like you were talking about.
We hope to do that.
All right, Coach Ward, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule today to talking to us, and best of luck this upcoming season.
Thank you. Thank you for coming out here and letting us know that y'all out there for us.
Of course, we'll always be out here for you. Hopefully we'll get to see you at least one game this year.
All right.
And right now, though, we're going to toss it back to the studio.